Hey everyone, it's Len at Lion Strong Athletics. A big problem that many of us are facing is called tech neck. What this means is our head is pushed forward and we're losing the natural curve in our cervical spine. We're getting this from being on computers and on our phones, looking down, having poor posture. And that's what it's leading to, pain and poor posture. So I'm going to show you a few exercises, a few stretches, and changes to your work or home environment that you can make to avoid or combat tech neck. But first, like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and let me know what kind of injury treatment you want to learn about next. Let's get into the exercises first. For this, you're going to need bands or a bench. We're going to go over the bands exercises first, and then I'll show you the same versions on a bench in case you don't have these available to you. So I want you to set up the band. It's around shoulder height, doesn't have to be perfect. And you're going to bring this band and go around the back of your head. Now you can hold on to the side so that it's a little more comfortable and walk back until you have a little bit of pressure. Now in this position, this band is trying to bring my head forward. And what I want to do is maintain good posture, tuck my chin in, and hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. In this position, I am strengthening the muscles along the back of my neck. Once you're done 20 to 30 seconds of this, we're going to go into neck curls. We are now contracting the muscles of the back of the neck and strengthening them. Going for 15 to 20 reps. Again, this band is providing me resistance forward, and I'm using those muscles to push back. The second exercise we're going to do, again with a band, it's called a bow tie pull apart. So you're going to hold the band in front of you just as if you were going to do a bow tie. Elbows are flared out wide. You're going to pull the band out and back as you drive your chest forward. The goal of this is to squeeze my scapula together in the back. So as I'm pulling this out and back, I'm trying to squeeze my scapula together. Again, do these for about 15 to 20 reps and work on strengthening those fibers, strengthening the muscles to pull you into better posture. These are great exercises, but you might not have bands available to you. Or maybe you want to do these exercises at home. I'm going to show you great versions where we use gravity instead of bands as our force of resistance. So you're going to have a bench or your bed or a couch, something that you can lay on your stomach on. You're going to go down into this position here with your head hanging off of the bench or hanging off of your bed. Now, right now, gravity wants to pull me down and put me into that bad position. So what I want to do here is push my chin up towards the ceiling and maintain good posture. This replicates the first band exercise we did, and I'm working the muscles in the back of my neck. I want to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds and then go into our neck curls. So I'm lifting up, I'm contracting the muscles in the back of my neck, and I'm strengthening those fibers against the force of gravity trying to pull me down. We want to do 15 to 20 reps of that. Now our next exercise, which was a bow tie pull apart, we can accomplish something similar in that same position, fighting gravity. So down in our position here, what I want to do is bring my scapula together in the back and then bringing it forward. So I'm contracting, I'm pushing my chest out, I'm trying to squeeze my upper back, and then release. And again, I'm fighting gravity instead of a band. Now, the benefit of having a band is I can progress in tension over time and get stronger. But the benefit of doing this on a bench is I can do it anywhere, especially at home. The next thing we're going to look at is what stretches you can do to fight tech neck. Let's start right at the source. Tech neck pushes us forward and brings our head more towards the ground. So a really easy way to combat this is to do the exact opposite. Now you could be seated and have your head pushed back like this and trying to teach your spine to curve back again. Or another version that I really like and that you can do easily at home on your bed is just laying on the edge and letting your head fall down and curve this way, and put the tension, let gravity pull your head in the opposite way that you've been pulled the whole day from your phone, from your computer, whatever it may be. So holding this for 40 seconds to a minute is a great start. The next part I want to go over is the muscles that surround the neck. They get really tight. So we want to stretch those out. We can stretch the back ones by pulling our chin towards our opposite hip, just like this. I'm feeling the stretch in the back. I want to do that both sides to make sure I'm even. And then we want to stretch the ones in the front as well by pushing opposite corner, stretching through the front, and stretching through the front on the other side. Ideally, we want to hold those for at least 40 seconds so that the fibers can stretch out entirely. Now, the last stretch we're going to get into is targeting the chest muscles, because those get incredibly tight anytime we're in this hunch stance, which we often do at our computers. And if we can loosen our chest up, it helps give us better posture. So, putting your hand on something that's not going to move. You can do two at the same time like I am, but it's not necessary. You can also do one. You're going to push forward and stretch your chest. So if you can use a door jamb or just anything in your house that's not going to move, I can push forward. I can feel this stretch through here. It's going to help open me up and give me some better posture. Now, exercises and stretches are great, but something's causing this problem. So we need to address and change that. Maybe you're at work or at home working and your setup might be causing this tech neck. One thing to look at is what kind of chair you're using. A lot of us, you'll see, have these bucket seats where you sit in them and it rounds us forward. You see these in cars as well as airplanes. So it pushes us forward like this, and it gives us a bad position of posture, and it has our head coming forward the whole time. So finding a proper chair that has some lumbar support, that doesn't curve on the upper outsides, so that you can be seated in this position for longer, is more ideal. That way your head doesn't get pushed forward and we get stuck with the tech neck. Another thing to look at is where your computer sits. This is especially for those of you working at home and you're sitting at your countertop with your laptop out. If you're looking downwards at the screen, guess where your neck's going to be? Your head's going to be over. You're going to be putting stress on that cervical spine. You need to prop it up, put a small bookshelf underneath, whatever you need to do to have that screen come up to eye level. Now my head is straight as I'm looking at my screen, as opposed to down. This might be for hours for a lot of you. So fixing this could be incredibly important. The last part is our phones. I don't know how many times I do this and I see other people do this, but this is how we talk and text and watch YouTube videos. You can see my head is being drawn down by the gravity, and I am hurting that cervical spine. So if you need to use your phone, good posture, hold it out in front of you. There should be no reason why we're on our phones like this for a prolonged period of time. Push out in front, text if you need to, make a call. Try to keep it away from your waist. So implement those three things, and we won't be in this problem to begin with. Tech neck is a growing problem. Now we have some exercises, some stretches, and maybe time to look at your work environment and your personal habits so that you can get ahead of this. Now, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends because they might be going through the same thing.